Thanks for taking the time to listen to some of the resources that the Juneau Public Library offers for your science fair research. This is our starting point. This is the library's homepage. It's juneau.org/library. And we're going to focus on our e-research section today, which contains all the databases that the library subscribes to. Go ahead and click on e-research, and here you'll see a subject breakdown of all the resources that we have available. We're going to focus on our science resources today, so go ahead and click on that link. And this is, you'll see that there's not a whole lot here, but the Science Reference Center is pretty comprehensive for the purpose of your science fair and oceanography research. So go ahead and open up the Science Reference Center. And you'll see that there's a visual breakdown of some of the different subjects that are covered in this database, but we're just going to go ahead and start. You can start your search from this basic search box, and then once you get your results, you can limit those results to full text or to a certain date range or a set of certain publications. Like if you need to find articles from peer-reviewed journals, you could limit the results, or you can click on this advanced search tab and you could do those limits before you search. I like just to limit to full text. This is where you can choose the different publication type, the reading level. I don't know why this is hiding, but you can click there and that is going to just give you peer-reviewed journals. You can even search by publication type if you have a citation and you're looking to track down the article. I'm just going to unselect that. Scroll down here. There looks like there's another full text limiter. If you just want PDF, sometimes they offer PDF or HTML full text, but as long as there's full text, you're going to be happy with your results. So let's see. We'll start with just a simple search here. Okay, so this is kind of your typical results page. You can see that we only had 8 results. I think that if you can end up with less than 20 results, you've got a pretty good, some pretty good search terms. You don't want to have to scroll through thousands of results. And you can see over here that we limited to full text. We've got publications from 1987 to 2009 included in our search. If you look at just the results here, you get like a summary of the content. You get the title, author, this is the periodical that, the magazine that was published in, year, volume, issue, the pages. It's a 5-page article. There's 4 color photographs. And this is the reading level. That's one of the features of this Science Reference Center, is it's targeted at middle and high school students, so it's going to give you a reading level score. Okay, so you see the full text is available for all these articles because we selected that. And go ahead and open up this first record and show you some of the features that you can utilize once you're here. So this is more information about the article. An abstract is an important element of the record. It's basically a summary, so before you dive into the article, you can read the abstract to determine whether or not it actually fits your search terms and if it's going to be helpful to your research. There is a persistent link to this, so if you want to just keep you copy and paste these links and kind of keep a record of where you've been and what you've been searching for. Here's the content of the article. And if you decide that this is something that you want to read later, you can print it, you can email it to yourself, you can save a copy to your computer. This is super handy if you think you're going to keep this and you need to turn in all your works cited page in MLA or APA style. It gives you the formatted references here, so you could just, okay, I need to format my references in APA style. I'm just going to copy this and I can paste it right into my reference page. Also, if you do print the page or the article or email it to yourself, it's going to contain all the relevant information and the citation so that you can put together your reference after the fact. Okay, so anytime you're using these databases, you want to avoid using the back button in your browser. Otherwise, you might have to log in again, so just use the navigation options within the page. So we're back to our records list. Let's say, well, I want something that's more current. I can slide this bar here, and I just want material published within the last 5 years. I'm going to update that. And you can see that it dropped 3 of the articles that I had found out of the results list. So now we've got a more manageable set. Well, not like 8 was unmanageable, but now you got 5 results here. Okay, so I'm going to jump back to the library homepage, and we're back at the eResearch page. And first we looked at the science resources that were listed by subject area. Another really cool feature that we just introduced is on the homepage here you've got the box to search the library catalog. And there's also the search all resources area, and this is going to search all the databases that the library subscribes to right here from the home page. So if I put that same the same search terms in here and search, it's going to start checking every database that we subscribe to for those search terms. And this can take a few minutes because it gives you the progress, tells you which database or collection it's searching. If you get impatient, you don't want to wait for it to load, you can always just show available results now. But it might not give you everything. It shows you over on the right hand side here. It says integrated search. It tells you the different databases that are being searched. I think the checkbox indicates that it's finished searching those resources. Okay, here comes our results. You'll see that we have a lot more results here. We've got 5 pages total, 218 results. I'm going to go ahead and just limit this to some recent material, maybe the last 10 years. Update that. Dropped our results to 137. And let's see, there's also show more options for refining our results. And we can go ahead and say, oh, we just want full text again. And oh, it's helpful often if you find an article that's relevant to your research to be able to see the references, see the works that article cited, to find related articles. Go ahead and search, apply those limitations to the results. Just running the search again real quick here. Okay, you can see we cut it in half again, the results. And let's go ahead and look at some of the results that we have, and I'll explain what these mean. So I'm going to go ahead and jump to this one. I see that it's available in PDF full text. I mentioned that we were limiting these to the ones that had references available because cross-referencing can be really useful when you're doing research. You find one great article and you can use that article to find others that'll be helpful. So here you got the abstract, you have the subject terms that are used in this article. Often these are pretty scientific and specific, and they might include terms that you haven't searched, you haven't used in your search. These are cross-reference. You can click on these. So say you want to find related articles on fecal coliform. You're curious on what sort of bacteria lives in fecal matter and how it affects shellfish. You can click on that and it will do a search with those search terms. But so you'll see the abstract here, and there should be a link to the full text of the document. You know, if you're searching and you forget to limit to full text, you might find some really relevant articles that aren't available full text, and there are options for requesting those items through a service called Interlibrary Loan. I'll show you how to do that in just a second here. You can add these citations to your folder and then just sort of print everything together at once at the end of your session. You can print, email, save, cite, export. You can write notes on here. The export isn't really going to be applicable as we don't have any bibliographic tools, maintenance tools through the library subscription. But I'm going to go back to this results list. And maybe I'm just going to jump back to the Science Reference Center since this is this loads a little quicker. Get rid of the full. Okay, so I went back to our federated or integrated search feature, and then I got rid of the full text limitation and found 145,000 results. A little bit more than we want to deal with, but here's one article, and it's rated at highly relevant to our search. It's not available full text. Click on the title, it's going to open up a more detailed record for this article. And if you look over here on the left, request this item through Interlibrary Loan. I'm going to click on that, and we get a Juneau Public Library Interlibrary Loan request form. So you fill out your name, telephone number, you'll need your library card, pick up your pickup location, public library locations there, and if this is the second time that you're doing a request, if you're already logged in, it will auto-populate. It'll put the title, the volume number, and all the relevant information into here. But the first time you do it, you're going to have to take some of this information out of the article. So most of it is in the source. I'm just going to copy that and stick it down here. And then I can just use this to fill out the rest of the form. You guys are all probably wizards at cut and paste, so I'm not going to show you how to do all this, but this is the volume and issue information here. You can probably just stick this all here. We'll figure that out. The date is already there, 2009. Article title is going to be important, and that's the heading up here. Copy that, paste it there, and make sure that you put your information so that when we request this, we can contact you. Often we'll get it in digital form and we can email it to you and you can print it out, or we can print it out and have it ready for you to pick up at the library. Go ahead and submit that. They're going to be upset at me for submitting that without any relevant information, but I can get away with that kind of thing. Alright, so that was kind of the crash course in the science resources that are available at the Juneau Public Library. You can access our collections at juneau.org/library and follow the e-research tab. My name is Jonas Lamb, and I maintain all these collections at the library, and I'm happy to give you some one-on-one research help if you ever need it, or if this was just a little bit too fast-paced for you, I can come visit your classroom and walk your students through this. So you can reach me at 586-0442, or you can shoot me an email at Jonas, Jonas, L as in lamb, Jonas L @juneau.org. Thanks for listening and watching, and I'll see you at the library.